During our last episode of the Las Vegas Raiders franchise, we managed to pick up back-to-back wins, making our winning streak up to 3 games in a row. But today we get to take on the Kansas City Chiefs, who are obviously one of the best teams in the NFL. Right now, we are sitting at the 6th seed in the playoff spot. I highly doubt we will ever compete for the 5 seed this year, just because they are currently 3 games ahead of us, and Pittsburgh has already beaten us, so they own the tiebreaker over the Raiders as well. But in this game, we are going in as the dead last passing offense in the league. Our rushing yards per game have gone up a bit. We're 14th in the league there, but we do have one of the best defenses, which is really what's getting us to get these wins. In the last episode, we picked up a 13-6 win and a 23-6 win, so our defense has played really well. We already lost to this team once earlier in the season by a score of 16-21. It was actually our last loss that we had suffered, but they are still led by a 98 overall quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. At running back is an 87 in Isaiah Pacheco. Wide receiver is an 87 Rashee Rice, an 82 Xavier Worthy, and an 82 Marquise Brown. And Tyler Lockett is also signed here in this universe instead of with Tennessee like he did in real life. Travis Kelce is still a 99 overall. Left tackle is going to be a 74. Left guard is a 79. Center is a 95. Right guard is a 91. And right tackle is a 75 overall rookie in Josh Simmons. Over on the defensive side, they have George Karlaftis at an 86 overall at left end, right end's a 78, defensive tackle is a 98 in Chris Jones, outside linebacker is an 86, middle linebacker is an 85, right outside linebacker is also an 85, corner they have a 96 in Trent McDuffie, and then there's a decent fall off down to Christian Fulton at a 79, free safety is an 80 overall, and strong safety is a 75. Very obviously, this is not how the playoff bracket will most likely finish, but this is how it looks right now. If the playoffs were starting this week, we would actually be playing Kansas City for a 3rd time in the season, and I would not exactly love that scenario. We will now jump into this game where Kansas City has gotten the ball first and has driven all the way down to the Raiders 25. It's a 3rd and 4. Mahomes going downfield. That'll be caught for the first down by Hollywood Brown. Back into another shotgun set here. He'll take the snap, and this one goes to Pacheco, who goes to the outside, and he will get met and brought down, but gets a 7-yard carry. That will set up a 2nd and 3 for the Chiefs. Now Mahomes comes back in shotgun again. Do they go right back to Pacheco? They will send Travis Kelce in motion. He will line up on the other side of Rashee Rice. Mahomes drops back to pass, goes downfield, finds Kelce for the first down, and he is going to be met at the 4 to bring up a 1st and goal. This is a really weird formation. Mahomes will line up under center with no one else in the backfield. He will motion Isaiah Pacheco to the other side. Now a quick throw to the end zone and finds Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. But it does look like our offense is trying to respond here. We have a 2nd and 1 from the Chiefs' 23-yard line. That's a fake to Ashton Jeanty. To the outside, he finds Brock Bowers, and that'll set us up inside the red zone with a 1st and 10. Geno Smith comes out in shotgun again. Ashton Jeanty still in the backfield. Do we give it to our rookie running back? Yes, we will, and he will try to bounce it to the outside and get met and brought down for just the gain of a yard. Once again, it'll be a shotgun set for the Raiders as Geno will drop back. A quick throw that finds absolutely nobody, and now we face a 3rd and 9. Jeanty will remain in the backfield, but a very obvious passing situation for the Raiders as Geno will look through the air. He's going to go downfield. That'll be caught for the first down. That is Trey Tucker to bring up a 1st and goal. Now it'll be an I formation for the Raiders offense. Jeanty is still the running back. Michael Mayer is fullback. We'll run the play fake. And now he's going to throw this through the side of the end zone. 2nd and goal coming up. Geno Smith back in a shotgun set again. Ashton Jeanty out of the backfield, but he will look to pass. Goes to the outside. Finds Bowers, who is immediately brought down to the 4. 3rd and goal. And once again, it'll be a shotgun set for Vegas. Jeanty still in the backfield. Geno will take the snap and look to go to the end zone. Rolling to the outside, trying to buy some time, and he's going to get sacked on the play back to the 9. Well, we put together a good drive, but it will ultimately end with Daniel Carlson coming out for a 26-yard field goal try. The snap, hold, kick is away, and it is good. However, I will gladly take this on the next drive, though. In simulation, Justin Simmons just picked off Patrick Mahomes. And just a couple plays following that, it's a 3rd and 1, and that is going to be a penalty on somebody. I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be a false start on Vegas. Instead of a 3rd and 1, we now are looking at a 3rd and 6 from the 39. Geno back in shotgun. Ashton Jeanty is in the backfield. We'll send Brock Bowers in motion. Now we're going to send him right back. Geno will drop back and look to pass. He's going to take off, and Geno Smith will get the first down and more, sliding down to safety for a 12-yard scramble. Whatever keeps our offense moving, Gino. Now we go under center. Out of an I formation, it will be a handoff to Jeanty, who goes to the outside. The blocking completely failed, and he loses a yard. That brings up a 2nd and 11. Gino goes back under center again. He will drop back and looks to pass. He's getting hit, and that one will fall incomplete. Here comes yet another 3rd down for Vegas. And another shotgun set. Gino takes a snap. It's just a handoff to Ashton Jeanty, and he will not have the 1st down. Brought down to bring up a 4th and 6, which once again will send out kicker Daniel Carlson, this time for about a 40-yard attempt to make it a 1-point game. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one should be good. Kansas City is once again driving. They are down to the Raiders' 11-yard line, about 4 minutes to go in the half. He'll take the snap, handoff to Pacheco, goes to the outside. He is met, and will finally get brought down to the 5-yard line and bring up a 2nd and 4. We'll take the snap, and he's going to go to the end zone. He finds his man, but Hollywood Brown was apparently not in the end zone. They rule it a 1st and goal from the 1, which will bring out a shotgun set for the Chiefs now. I imagine this ball is going to Pacheco. We nearly jump off sides there. Never mind, he will look to pass, though. Now he's under pressure and getting sacked on the play back to the 11-yard line. That sack was brought to you by backup defensive tackle John Jenkins. Now on a 2nd and goal out of a shotgun set, he'll look to pass. Going to the outside, he finds his man, and that'll set up a 3rd and goal back at the 1-yard line thanks to Rashee Rice. That play would also take us down to the 2-minute warning. Now Mahomes from under center. They have a tight end lined up at fullback, and Pacheco is in the backfield. He will take the snap. They give it to Pacheco, who's trying to find space and will not find it. 4th and goal from the 1. Now, do they kick a field goal or go for it here? Apparently, we burn our first time out as Kansas City will just line up for the very short field goal try, and our offense is going to have a chance to win a 2-minute drill. We begin this drive at the 28-yard line with 1:49 to play here in the half. Gino out of shotgun, going downfield, and he will find Brock Bowers. I believe that was a one-handed grab. That brings up a 2nd and 1. Now the 37-yard line. Gino back in shotgun. Will drop back to pass again. Standing in the pocket. He's going to finally let this one go, and that'll be dropped by Jacoby Myers. That would have obviously been a massive gain for us. Now a 3rd and 1 from the 37. Looking for a quick pass, and we will find our man. That's Trey Tucker to the 44 to keep the drive moving. We're not going to burn a timeout, though. We run a no-huddle offense. Now Gino out of a 5-wide set. Going over the middle, and that is dropped by Ashton Jeanty. And it will bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 44 as Gino will once again be looking to pass. Dance around. Now he's under pressure, and he's getting sacked on the play. It looked like he was loading up to go deep downfield, but did not have enough time, and we will burn our 2nd timeout. That brings up a 3rd and 20, and we're going under center, so we might just run this ball, and we will. Jeanty up the middle. We'll turn it into a 4th and 6, but we will punt this ball away. Moving on into the second half, where we do get the ball to start. It's a 3rd and 2 as we are trying to avoid a possible 3 and out. We give it to Ashton Jeanty, but he meets Chris Jones immediately. Following that, though, in simulation, our defense would actually force a 3 and out, and now we are facing a 3rd and 1, but that may be an easy 1st down for us, and it is. We will just go ahead and stay in on this drive and see if we can finally find the end zone today. And it's going to be a handoff to Ashton Jeanty, who was met immediately, only a 1-yard carry. That brings up a 2nd and 9. Gino goes back into shotgun. Looks like Raheem Mostert's checked into the game as Gino will drop back to pass. Dance around the pocket, now loading up, and he's firing this deep downfield and misses Jack Bech. That'll bring up a 3rd down. I do appreciate he at least tried to go deep downfield. Now on 3rd and 9 from the 42. Mostert still in the game. Gino will drop back to pass. Hit as he's throwing. He finds Mostert, but he is brought down about the 40. That'll bring up a 4th and 7, and we are not going to try a long field goal. Instead, we will just punt this ball away. I really don't agree with that. The punt is sent deep and will go out of bounds at about the 13. And following that, in simulation, we allow an 80-yard touchdown to Rashee Rice. They go up by 11. On the next drive for Vegas, we face a 3rd and 18 from our own 27-yard line. And I believe Ashton Jeanty is injured because Raheem Mostert is still in the game. Gino trying to buy some time, rolls to the outside, breaks away from that tackle, now running for the 1st down, and will slide down to the 47-yard line. Did we really just keep this drive alive with that? I guess so, which is a little bit wild, but we'll stay in and see if he can finish this drive out now. 1st and 10 from the 47. Gino will drop back, and now he's going to be under pressure and get sacked on the play for a loss of 12. Could not escape at that time. Brings up a 2nd and 22. Gino out of shotgun will drop back to pass again. Stay in the pocket. He's going to step up and get hit as he's throwing this one deep downfield, and it nearly gets intercepted. A 3rd and 22 now for the Raiders. We've already converted a 3rd and 18. Can we convert this one? Gino looking to pass. We'll let this one go, but he just kind of throws that one away, and we will punt it away. Jumping ahead into the 4th quarter, about 9 minutes to play, the Chiefs face a 3rd and 11. Mahomes will drop back and look to pass, rolling to the outside. He throws on the run, and that one will get intercepted, I believe, by Rasul Douglas. Down the sideline, breaking tackles and brought down to the 44. I apologize, I was incorrect. That is Rudy Ford, one of our backup safeties, getting the pick. Still no Ashton Jeanty in on offense, which is starting to concern me. 1st and 10 from the Chiefs 44. We will send Jacoby Myers in motion. We hand it off to Myers, and he cannot get to the outside and is brought down for no gain. That will set up a 2nd and 10. At about the 44-yard line, Gino back in shotgun with a handoff to Mostert, and that is a loss of 3. The offense has been downright abysmal most of this day. 3rd and 13 from the 47-yard line. Gino back in shotgun will draw back to pass, rolling to the outside, loading up and going deep downfield. That one will be intercepted on the play, and he's going to try to return this across the 15 and get brought down to the 20. Tried to force it into traffic, and we throw the ball right back. Our hopes of a comeback are already pretty slim, but now they're down to the 20-yard line. If they can score on this drive, this game will pretty much be over. We do get him down for a 1-yard gain, but they are just going to sit here and chew away at the clock now. 2nd and 9 from the 19. Back in a pistol set. Pacheco is still the running back here, obviously letting the clock run down as much as possible. Mahomes throwing to Travis Kelce, who will make the catch and get met and brought down to bring up a 3rd and 4 at about the 14. That should take us down to the 2-minute warning. If we can hold them to a field goal, we have a small, and the keyword there is small chance of coming back, but that will be a 1st down as they get all the way down to about the 2-yard line, and we burn our first time out. By the way, that was Tyler Lockett on the reception. Now a 1st and goal from the 2. Mahomes back in shotgun. They'll give us one to Pacheco, who goes to the outside and can walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. This one was not a very good game for us. Final score is 24-6. And we may have lost our star running back. We'll have to see exactly how bad that injury is here following this game. But yeah, he definitely got hurt at some point because all we saw was Raheem Mostert, and our offense very much fell apart, even worse than it was already playing after that happened. Geno Smith finishes today 16 of 30 for 159 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Running the ball, Ashton Jeanty got 48 yards on 12 carries. And then receiving, Trey Tucker was our best one, 5 for 71. Our starting middle linebacker, Landon Roberts, led the team in tackles with a total of 11. We got 1 sack from John Jenkins, and then 1 interception from Justin Simmons, and 1 from Rudy Ford. And even with the 2 interceptions, Mahomes still went for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns on us. Running the ball, Pacheco got 83 yards and a score, and receiving, Rashee Rice 5 for 125 and a score, and Isaiah Pacheco also caught a touchdown. Now, while it does suck to lose that game, it could have been a lot worse because there is no one new on the injury report for us. We do have Ashton Jeanty back, so he was just a little shaken up in that game. On to week 14, we do get to take on the 7-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it looks like the Broncos lost their last game, so we are still ahead of them and currently still sitting at the number 6 seed for the playoffs. The Bucs are still led by quarterback Baker Mayfield, who is an 83 overall. At running back is an 84 in Bucky Irving. Wide receiver is a 93 overall in Mike Evans, an 87 in Chris Godwin. They've apparently signed Nelson Aguilar in this universe, and then they have Emeka Egbuka. I probably said your name wrong. I imagine we'll see a bit of him today. At tight end, Cade Otton is a 77, and then left tackle is a 96 overall, left guard's a 71, center will be a 75, right guard's an 81, and right tackle is going to be an 82. Now, over on defense, they have Hassan Reddick, who is a 76 overall. At right ends, a 79, and Kalijah Cansey. Defensive tackle is still Vita Vea, who is a 91 overall. Outside linebacker will be a 76. Middle linebacker is an 88. Right outside linebacker is an 82. Then at corner, they have an 86 and an 80. Free safety is going to be a 92 in Antoine Winfield. And strong safety is Jordan Whitehead at a 77. Going into this matchup, their offense seems to be about middle of the league in everything. 13th in points per game, 19th in passing yards, 16th in rushing yards. Their defense is a lot worse than ours though, but our offense is pretty bad. 175 passing yards a game is not exactly what you want to see. But despite our offense, our defense is really keeping us in playoff contention anyway. It's a 3rd and 7 as we jump into this game. Baker's going to be under pressure, roll to the outside, and Baker Mayfield going to try to take off. We'll get met and brought down to bring up a 4th and 5. But it does look like our offense is facing a possible 3-and-out here. It's a 3rd and 6 from about the 14-yard line. Geno Smith is in shotgun. We'll send Brock Bowers in motion. Now we're going to send him right back. Smith will drop back and look to go downfield. And he's rolling all the way back into the end zone. He gets sacked, but luckily they rule it down on the 1-yard line. Our defense would force a 3-and-out on the next drive. We would get the ball back, but now face a 3-and-out of our own. It's a 3rd and 3, and going downfield, he'll convert, and the drive will stay alive. But just a couple plays following that, it's now a 3rd and 4 from the 39. Geno will drop back to pass under quick pressure, and that bounces right off Trey Tucker. We will once again punt it. Let's find out if our defense can actually get them off the field for another 3-and-out here. Baker will drop back to pass. He's going to be under pressure from Max Crosby, and will throw this one away, and they will punt it right back to our offense. A defensive battle so far. The Raiders will take over at about the 9-yard line and face a 3rd and 5. Geno going to throw this underneath, caught by Brock Bowers, and he has the first down. That should take us into the second quarter, where we will face another 3rd down. Just a couple plays later, it's a 3rd and inches from our own 31. Geno will look to pass, and he's going towards the sideline. That is caught for the first down. Out of bounds at the 38 is Trey Tucker. Let's just finally stay in on this drive and see how this one's going to end. 1st and 10. Geno from under center will send Brock Bowers in motion. Ashton Jeanty is lined up in the backfield. Bowers is now a fullback as we give it to Jeanty, who will get met and brought down for a 3-yard carry. 2nd and 7 coming up. Geno back in a shotgun set again from about the 41-yard line. Will drop back and look to pass. He's going to fire this deep downfield, and that one gets deflected away, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. It will be a shotgun set for Vegas here. We'll send Brock Bowers in motion. He's going to go right back to where he was as Geno will drop back and look to pass. Dropping farther back, and will throw this one away, and we will once again punt it away. The Buccaneers face a 3rd and 5 on their next possession from their own 27-yard line. Baker will drop back to the pass, going over the middle, and that is dropped, and now they will punt it. At this rate, this is going to be a 0-0 tie. It'll be a 5-wide set for the Raiders on a 3rd and 4 at their own 38-yard line. Geno will drop back. He throws on the run and finds his man. That's Bech for the first down. Geno back in his shotgun set again. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. He will drop back and go in over the middle. That will fall incomplete as it is knocked out of the hands of Trey Tucker. That will now set up a 2nd and 10. From their own 47-yard line, Geno once again looks to pass under pressure, hit as he's throwing, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now. Geno Smith back in a shotgun set one more time. He will drop back and look to pass. He's under pressure and getting sacked on the play to bring up a 4th and 19. We will punt one more time. Tampa Bay facing a 3rd and 8 from their own 23-yard line. Yet another possible 3-and-out here. Baker will drop back and look to pass. He's under pressure and getting sacked on the play by Max Crosby, and they will have to punt it right back to Vegas, and they have an injury. But can you guess what situation we are in? It's a 3rd and 11 and a possible 3-and-out from our own 24-yard line. Geno out of shotgun will look to pass. Rolling outside and runs right into the sack. That's a 4th and 20 now. The Buccaneers would take over at the 50-yard line, so they were not far from field goal range, which is where they are now on a 3rd and 10. Baker looking to pass. Has a bit of time. He will find his man underneath, and that will be a first down as he is brought down to the 22, and they burn their first time out. With a minute 12 to go here in the first half. Baker out of shotgun will send a man in motion. He will now take the snap and look to pass. He's going to fire this to the outside. That one will fall incomplete and bring up a 2nd and 10. Now a minute and 8 seconds to play here in the first half. This game is still completely scoreless. Baker throwing on the run downfield. He finds his man, and that'll be Cade Otton into the end zone for the first points of the day. And I'm not going to lie to you, that deficit almost feels insurmountable. Now we come out and we find Trey Tucker across the 50-yard line. All right, so the offense is going to come out with an immediate decent play. We burn our first time out with 55 seconds to go here in the first half. Geno back in a pistol set. Ashton Jeanty out of the backfield. He will drop back and look to pass. Going to the outside. He'll find Brock Bowers for the first down. Getting brought down to the 37 as we burn our second timeout. Just 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Geno back in shotgun. Will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to go deep downfield. Had a man, but overthrows him. That was Trey Tucker just running free downfield. 2nd and 10. Geno will drop back. He throws it underneath. That one falls incomplete, and we'll see a 3rd and 10. Now it'll be a shotgun set with 43 seconds to go here in the first half. Gino dropping back to pass, and he's under pressure. Gets rid of it to the outside, and that is dropped by Bech. What just happened? We started this drive so great and completely fell apart. And now it'll be a 54-yard field goal try, but at least we can get on the board today. The kick is away, and this one will be good. Going into the second half now, it's a 3rd and 7 from the Buccaneers' 39-yard line. We do get the ball to start this half, obviously. Gino will drop back to the pass. He's going downfield. He'll find Jacoby Myers for the first down across the 25 and brought down to the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders will come out in an I formation. Geno Smith is lined up under center. Will take the snap, and we give this one to Ashton Jeanty to the outside. There is a flag down as he stiff arms a man, gets to the edge, and has the first down. But I feel like this play is going to be coming back due to a holding call, and it is. They called it on left guard Jordan Meredith. Now a 1st and 15 for the Raiders from the 28-yard line. We go back into an I formation, and we're going to fake this one to Jeanty. Now Gino going deep downfield, finds a man, and Brock Bowers stepped out of the 1-yard line. Why couldn't you just stretch that into the end zone? 1st and goal, because I do not have great confidence in our offense to punch this in. And is that going to be a flag immediately to make it a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line? Yes, it is. That is 2 massive penalties on this drive. 1st and goal from the 6. Gino will look to pass. He's rolling out to the outside, and Gino maybe trying to take off. Will finally throw this one away, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. And now, I believe that's Jordan Meredith, is injured. 2nd and goal out of a shotgun set. Gino immediately under pressure and will throw this one away. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Brock Bowers, this is why I was mad you stepped out at the 1-yard line, because now we have to possibly settle for a field goal. Gino out of shotgun will look to pass. Rolling to the outside, throws on the run to the end zone, and he finds his man. Touchdown to rookie receiver Bech. All right, Brock Bowers, you are now forgiven. Baker and the Bucs offense face a 3rd and 4 on their next drive from the 48-yard line. He will drop back and look to pass. Going downfield, he'll find Cade Otton for the first down into Raiders territory. Definitely into field goal range here. From the 36-yard line, Baker lines up under center. Bucky Irving is the running back. They give it to Irving, who will be met and brought down for just a 1-yard carry. That brings up a 2nd and 9. He's going to send, I believe, Cade Otton in motion. Baker out of a shotgun set will drop back and look to pass again. He's going to roll to the outside, throw on the run. He finds Irving, and that's going to set up a 3rd and inches at about the 26-yard line. Baker looking at a shotgun set again. He's going to send his man in motion just to send him right back. He will take the snap, and they are looking to pass. Going downfield, finds a man for the first down all the way down to the Raiders' 13. That gives them a brand new set of downs, and Baker comes out in a shotgun set again. We'll send Irving in motion. Baker drops back. He throws to the running back on the outside, who will be met and brought down for a very short gain to bring up a 2nd and 9. Now he's going to line up under center. Bucky Irving still in the backfield. We'll see if they give it to the running back here, and they will. He goes up the middle with some great blocking. Bucky Irving is into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. We now stare at a 3rd and 13 from the 27-yard line on our next drive. Gino will drop back. He rolls to the outside, and he's going to get sacked on the play. That'll bring up a 4th and 17, and we will punt it. We now head into the final quarter of this game. Baker is back in a shotgun set, facing a 3rd and 7 from the 46-yard line. He will drop back, goes to the outside, caught by Godwin, but he steps out of bounds, inches shy. But I would imagine they're going to go for this, and they are. If we can get a turnover on downs here, that would obviously be massive. Baker back in a shotgun set. Bucky Irving is the running back. He is going to send his tight end in motion. He will line up on the other side of Chris Godwin now. Baker will drop back and look to pass. It's going to be a throw downfield that he finds Chris Godwin, who breaks the tackle and is brought down to the 16-yard line. Not what we needed at all. Baker comes back in shotgun again. He will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to fire this underneath. That's going to be caught by Mike Evans, who will fight his way down to the 5-yard line to set up a 1st and goal for Tampa. Another shotgun set. Bucky Irving still in the backfield. He will take the snap and look to pass. Going underneath, that'll be caught, and that's Mike Evans down to the 1-yard line to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Baker's going to line up under center. Bucky Irving is still the running back here. I would imagine this ball's going there, and it is right up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. With 9:27 remaining, we really need the offense to step up here. From our own 30-yard line on 1st and 10, with a quick throw to the outside, caught by Bowers, who will break that tackle and is brought down for just a 2-yard play. Now that sets up a 2nd and 8. Gino back in shotgun again. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. He will drop back and looks to pass, throws it underneath, and that is a diving deflection that will bring up a 3rd and 8 and a possible 3-and-out for Vegas. Gino with a shotgun set again. Jeanty is still in the backfield. Obviously, we will look to pass. They're bringing a blitz. He rolls to the outside under pressure, and Geno Smith will throw that one away. Unfortunately, however, the defense is not coming up right now. The Buccaneers have driven all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a 1st and 10, but that one will fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Baker Mayfield back in a shotgun set. Bucky Irvin is in the backfield here. He is going to send a man in motion. That is Mike Evans, who will line up on the other side of Chris Godwin as Baker takes the snap under quick pressure. It's a screen to the outside, caught by Bucky Irving, who's weaving his way through traffic and gets a 10-yard gain to set up a 3rd and inches. From about the 7-yard line here, Baker back in shotgun. Will take the snap and look to pass. A quick throw to the end zone, and that one gets deflected away. Now on 4th and inches, do they kick the field goal to make it a 14-point game? Yes, they will. So they will come out for about a 24-yard attempt, and our offense is going to have 3:25 to try to get 2 touchdowns, so should be fun. Actually, go ahead and make that 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Geno out of shotgun from the 30-yard line will drop back. He fires over the middle. That is caught by Trey Tucker for the 1st down to about the 44. Running a no-huddle offense. We do have all 3 timeouts. If we can score and save those, that would be amazing. Geno throwing this one underneath will be caught by Ashton Jeanty for absolutely no gain. That brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 44. Geno will drop back and look to pass again. He's going to fire this one downfield. That'll be caught by Jacoby Myers for a gain of about 5 yards to bring up a 3rd and 5. And the clock will stop because Tampa Bay now has an injury. 2:35 remaining here in regulation. It's a 3rd and 5 from the 49. Geno will drop back to pass. Throw this to the outside. Caught by Ashton Jeanty, and that's a gain of maybe a yard. That'll bring up a 4th and 4 as we run a no-huddle offense still. Geno will drop back and looking to pass here. He's going to lob this one deep downfield, and that one gets deflected away. With 2:14 remaining now. Baker Mayfield back in shotgun again. We'll take the snap. Hand off to Bucky Irvin, who goes to the outside. He is met and brought down for just a gain of 2. And we're not going to burn a timeout, so it takes us down to the 2-minute warning. We are not completely dead in this game, but it does not look good right now. 2nd and 8 from the 48. It's a handoff to Bucky Irvin, who goes up the middle, and he will get close to the marker. They rule it a 3rd and 1 as we have burned our first timeout. 1:56 remaining. Baker back in shotgun again. From the Raiders' 41-yard line, he will send K. Dotton in motion and send him right back into the slot. Now he'll drop back, and he's going to fire this to K. Dotton for the 1st down, and it goes out of bounds, so we don't have to burn a timeout. There's 1:53 to go. This ball is probably going to Bucky Irving, and it is, who goes right up the middle, and he is met and brought down for just a gain of a couple yards as we burn our 2nd timeout. 1:49 remaining. We have 1 timeout left. Baker goes under center. It'll be a handoff to Bucky Irving. And Irving will have the 1st down. We'll burn our final timeout, but it will not matter. We are definitely going to lose this game now. Just 2 really, really bad games from our offense in this episode. We fall to 6-6-1. We're still within a range of making the playoffs. Hell, we still may have a 6 or 7 seed spot. But if we keep playing like this, it's not going to stay that way. Geno Smith today goes 16 of 32 for 143 yards and 1 touchdown on the ground. We only ran the ball 10 times, and Ashton Jeanty only got 27 yards. Receiving, Brock Bowers was our best one, 5 for 55. Jack Bech did catch his 2nd touchdown of the season, though. Elandon Roberts led the team in tackles with a total of 12 in sacks. We got a half of 1 for Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins, and no interceptions today. Then over on the other sideline, Baker Mayfield goes 22 of 37 for 232 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Bucky Irving gets 76 yards and 2 scores. Receiving, their best one was Chris Godwin, 8 for 83, and K. Dotton got their only receiving touchdown. Moving on, our next game will be against the 2-11 Atlanta Falcons in the next episode. And as of right now, we are still the 6th seed in the playoffs. Houston's behind with a 6-7 record. Luckily, it seems the AFC is pretty weak this year because there are not a lot of good records going around. But yeah, the offense has not been good, and there might need to be some changes.